American-style scrambled eggs are a fast and furious breakfast, and they take just a minute or two to cook. Now, the French, on the other hand, have a very different approach to scrambled eggs. They take their time so that the texture winds up very silky and creamy. Oui?
Maybe. So you're right, the French take it nice and slow. They usually add a whole lot of butter, and the result are these really delicate curds bound in a velvety sauce.
Yeah, it's a very different consistency.
Yep, you really just have to take your time, and they're delicious. I'm gonna show you how to make them.
All right.
We found a way to do it without all the butter. I'm gonna start by preheating a skillet here. That's a 10-inch nonstick skillet. I'm gonna give us some low heat.
Now, a 10-inch skillet crucial here. Can you use a 12-inch skillet?
No, you wanna use a 10-inch skillet. We have prepared the recipe to match a certain number of eggs, and the timing is all worked out, so make sure you use your small skillet.
Okie doke.
And that has 2 tablespoons of water in it.
Water.
When the water starts to steam, that's gonna be our indication that the pan is hot enough to add the eggs.
All right, so different right from the get-go. No butter, water.
Yeah, so I have 8 large eggs in my bowl here, and I'm adding half teaspoon salt. I'm just gonna whip these up while our pan heats up.
And now, usually you'd add a little water or milk or something to the eggs to give them a consistency, but I don't see any other bowls around.
Nothing else is going in. The French might add a little cream.
But not us.
Not us.
Now, you looking for something specific, or you just going zen?
I'm enjoying myself, right? I'm kind of zoning out on the eggs. So I don't want to see any streaks of white left. I want it to be uniform. So you can see the water is steaming. That's our indication. So we'll put all the eggs in the pan. So the water is also going to dilute the egg proteins a little bit so they don't coagulate too fast.
So be nice and creamy.
That's right. That's the key to nice creamy eggs. No butter, but just taking it nice and low and slow.
Well, this is really low. I mean, the eggs aren't even coagulating on the outside.
That's right.
These are some mellow eggs.
So we're gonna go for 4 minutes. We're gonna get super mellow by the end of this recipe. It's gonna take 12 to 14 minutes.
Wow.
So we should have gotten some coffee out here. We need to just settle in and take our time, and we can chit chat while we make our eggs. I'm actually gonna start the timer so I know when 4 minutes are up.
I think this is what I'm gonna call weekend eggs.
Yes, definitely perfect for a weekend. So I just wanna stir constantly now for 4 minutes, scraping the edges of the pan, getting the bottom. So it's been about 3.5 minutes.
I know, it barely looks any different.
It is thickening up a tiny bit, and you can see steam is coming up off the pan. If we didn't see steam at this point, we would turn up the heat just a tiny little bit.
Okay.
Okay?
So this is right.
We're doing it exactly right, trust me.
Does look a little darker, and there are a few curds cooked in there.
Yep.
But not much different than 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, you'll see it start to thicken up in a little bit here. So that's been our first 4 minutes, so let's do 4 more.
They still look raw. What are you doing?
They are still raw, but just hang in. I told you it was going to take 12 to 14 minutes. And we'll keep on stirring, nice and gentle here. If any large curds do start to form, I'm going to smash them right away with my spatula.
No large curds allowed.
That's right. This is about small and delicate. We could have these for dinner as well. That's what they do in France.
Oh, so that makes sense.
If you
want
want
a glass of wine, some vegetables,
totally
salad.
So think of it as a 12-minute dinner.
I'm with you.
Just hang in there with me.
They're going to be worth it.
It'll be worth it.
All right.
We got 6 to 8 more minutes.
I'm with you.
Hang tight.
I'm with you.
Okay. All right, so it's been 8 minutes. Let's do 4 more. I don't have any real curds starting to form here, so I'm just going to turn up the heat a tiny little bit.
All right.
Just to get a little more action going. Not too much. We still have to be patient.
Yeah, and there's still steam coming up off the surface, and there's a few curds in there.
Yep. Actually, that did the trick. You can see it starting to happen. Now there's there's a large curd.
Squash it.
I'm smashing it. No large curds allowed. You want to make sure you scrape the sides of the pan here. So now you can see they're starting to thicken up here. The texture is changing. They're not as watery. The time is up. I can tell they're done because the eggs are basically holding their position when I put them on one side of the skillet. But you can see they're still super loose.
So creamy.
Creamy.
So I'm betting you want to get those out of the skillet right away.
Yes, but first I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of water.
All right.
And that's going to prevent the eggs from tasting gluey. And also a tablespoon of minced parsley. You could use chives or tarragon, whatever you like. I'm just going to stir them vigorously now just to keep them nice and creamy, break up any large curds that have formed.
It's amazing there's no butter in there.
I know, isn't that crazy?
They look buttery.
They look creamy, and they're going to taste super creamy too. And those are done.
They're gorgeous.
Thank you. Let me serve us up here.
Ooh, they look so rich.
They are so creamy, so different from what we're used to, right?
Yeah, but I kind of like that they're different.
Yeah. You want to have buttered toast with this to give a little textural contrast and get some butter in there too.
You're right. I'm going to taste the eggs just on their own to start.
Me too.
I can't believe there's no butter in here.
So creamy.
They're so rich. Well, you know what's so interesting is that it looks like a sauce.
I know, they look almost underdone, but because of that nice slow cooking, they've come up all the way up to 160, so they're totally safe.
Now I'm gonna eat it like I would at home, with a piece of toast.
Yeah.
You know, I was making fun of them just a little bit at the beginning because it was so low and slow. But I have to say, it is totally worth it. These eggs are out of this world.
Yeah.
Well done, Becky.
Thank you, something new.
Something new. So if you want to make super creamy French-style eggs, beat the eggs with salt until completely blended and heat the skillet over low heat with water. Once you add the eggs to the skillet, stir constantly for 12 minutes over low heat to ensure that the small, delicate curds form, and finish with a bit more water and parsley. And there you have it. From America's Test Kitchen to your kitchen, creamy French-style scrambled eggs. I'm in love with these.
Oh, good.
Thanks for watching America's Test Kitchen. What'd you think?
Well, leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or you can just say hello.
You can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
I'll see you later.